here. And I'm going to invite Mako from the St. Bark hopeful organization here to talk a little bit about their class and license application. So for those of you who aren't sure about where St. Bark is, it's over in what we call the thumb of Como. So there's like a tiny little bit of Como that's on the west side of Snelling, just south of the fairgrounds there. There's a few residential homes, there's a few businesses in there. And so that's the area that we're going to be talking about tonight. And with that, I would like to I'd like to turn it over to Zamako.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, my name is Zamako. I'm the owner of St. Bark. Decided to start this company because recently got a dog with Minnesota's very, very cold weather. It was very tough with this dog to kind of go out and, get him a lot of exercise. Living in an apartment, it was very difficult to, do various things with him. So, we were kind of looking around, my girlfriend and I, for different options to kind of get him out and socialize with other dogs, other humans, different things like that. And we couldn't really find too many, venues like that for him. So fortunately, we came up with an idea and stumbled upon this property over on 1145 Snelling Avenue North. We took a lot of time to kind of put things together and kind of understand that we weren't the only, couple that were kind of having this issue with the dog and getting him out to, exercise during, Minnesota's lovely weather. So we just decided to create St. Bark, and, almost a year later, here we are.
And so your license application is to be able to serve beer at St. Bark?
Correct. Yeah. So for our license applications, it's really just, I don't drink beer myself, so it's really just to bring the community together. When people are having their dogs kind of socialize with other dogs, you can stand around if you want to enjoy a beer with your friends, coworkers, different things like that. That was a part of the process. It wasn't to make it like a hangout where you're there for 10 hours a day or whatever it might be. It was more just to help you socialize with community members like yourself and other dog lovers like myself. And so that was just a part of the process that we thought that would kind of help bring the community together. Minnesota loves their dogs and their craft beers, so we just decided to kind of merge the two and bring them together.
And are you already open? Are you already open now?
We are not open now. We are looking to open mid to late April. That's the plan right now. One of the things that we were looking at is we wanted to immerse ourselves within the community. We don't envision, people coming from Minneapolis suburbs, to come enjoy our dog park. It's more, for the community, to bring the community together, for people to socialize. So that was really the plan behind it, but no, we're not open now.
Thank you. Who we got? Yeah, we got Matt's got a little dog up on the screen there. We had a little visitor for a second. So I for those of you who don't attend our meetings a lot, when we have businesses that come in asking for support for an application, the main point here is to kind of let the community hear the idea, hear something about the application from the business owners, and then for us as an organization to decide, like, do we want to be able to support this application? And so anytime a business comes to us, I am going to create a motion in the affirmative for what they are asking. And then we can kind of have a discussion around that. So I'm going to just get the formality out there and say that I move that the District 10 Como Community Council supports the Class N business license application for St. Bark at 1145 Snelling Avenue North. Is there a second?
So moved, or seconded.
Thank you. Okay, so now this is moved and seconded. The motion is out there on the table. And so this is a time for discussion or additional questions that folks might have. And just to clarify one more time, this is not a motion to support whether or not this business exists. This is simply the application that they have for on sale liquor in the form of canned beer.
Actually two, first one is, I'm trying to figure out where exactly it's located, so that's question one, what's a Google map, but I can't quite tell, the Google map. Is it on like the west side of Snelling, in a little sort of industrial, whatever?
Yes, it is, yeah.
You know, there's something academy and there's a bone, whatever.
Yeah, a little bit south of the state fair.
Like the Snelling frontage road on the west side.
Yeah, so it's like that East Snelling frontage road, okay, so is it a metal food barn that's,
It is, yeah. So what we learned, the building burnt down in 2019 or 2020, and then it got rebuilt. Apparently the owner, his business grew from that, and he wasn't able to utilize the building anymore, so it's got vacant for a little bit, and fortunately, he loved our idea, and, decided to allow us to lease the space.
so my other question then is, what exactly does a class M license and entail? What's that mean?
If you know the answer.
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially it's just for, allowing us to sell beer, and allowing us to work with the community, to grant that, for us.
Okay, it didn't say like liquor license, it's class M, that's why I was wondering.
Right, I do believe it's a class N liquor license for on sale liquor, which means on premises alcohol serving. And I don't know enough about class N licensing to know if that's all encompassing, and technically with the license they could serve anything, or and they're just choosing to serve beer. But I think that could at least be like a stipulation of the license if DSI wanted to implement that kind of thing. Does that sound right, Maggie?
Yep, that's right. So any kind of like the class M license will be for whatever they apply it for, which right now is like that broad umbrella of the on sale liquor license. And the city can put any kind of limitations on that, which includes like operating hours, it includes security measures, it can include like, what their trash service is like, it can include like noise mitigation. So there's a lot of different things that the city can kind of put in there. I don't know that they can put in exactly what you serve. So it's possible, like, I don't think the city could say canned beer only, and then later on you serve Zimas or something like that, and they say, no, it's only beer. I don't think it gets quite that specific. But any of those particulars would be kind of a city decision for how they issue that license and the conditions on it.
But if we were to submit a letter of support, I usually contextualize the motion that Maggie just put out there, saying that the conversation included that the business owner shared that they were planning on only serving canned beer. So that's the context of our support, and business licenses can be addressed at any point if there's problems come up. It doesn't have to wait till a renewal period. Violations of licenses can be reported, et cetera, et cetera.
And we're trying to work with the community. Our hours, Monday through Friday, they're from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, they're from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we know that there's a little neighborhood right next to where our business is. Fortunately for us, most of those neighbors do have dogs, and they are, excited about the opportunity to visit St. Bart. So we just wanted to make sure that, it wasn't going to be like a party atmosphere or, like a big brewery thing like that. It's not that at all. It's just, a place for dog lovers to meet other dog lovers and for your dogs to kind of come out and socialize with other dogs.
And for those of you who just don't have the application there right in front of you, a few details that are in like the application that they're submitting to the city. First is that they intend to serve liquor only indoors on the main level, because this is like a predominantly indoor dog park. That anything would be prepackaged. They're not pouring, right? It's not like tap pours or a bar that you're bellying up to. And it also says that they'll have security cameras in and outdoors, as well as security fencing to prevent dogs from leaving, or people, whatever that is. Go ahead, Shavik.
Raise my hand for Jeremy.
Okay, thank you. I'm curious, do you do anything or do you have plans for during the state fair? Because that whole area becomes our city.
Yeah, so we're working with the owner, so we're going to actually shut down during the state fair just because of the amount of traffic. We were thinking of maybe doing some sort of like drop-off service for, you know, different animals or for the dogs, but how that's gonna work with the owner, we more than likely are just gonna shut down, so that's what he's looking for.
Other questions that are out there?
You said it's a pole shed. What's the storage situation for the beer like? Is it secure? Is there a space where it can be left overnight or?
Yeah. No, it's gonna be secure overnight. We just have a storage area that's locked, that's key code locked, so other than management, nobody else can, you know, get in there. And, you know, right now we have 8 cameras inside and outside throughout the business, so we're making sure that it's properly secure and that, you know, nobody tries to break in or do anything like that.
Any other questions or discussion on this action item? All right, seeing none, I'm going to reiterate our motion that the District 10 Como Community Council supports the Class N business license application for St. Barks at 1145 Snelling Avenue North. And I'm going to say all those in favor, please say aye or give a thumbs up. All those opposed? Any abstentions? All right. I should have said the ayes say woof or something like that. Thanks, folks. I think we are a dog enthusiastic neighborhood. So I'm sure that you will find lots of support and potential customers really close by here. So thank you, Zamako, for coming. We appreciate that. And we hope to hear from you again.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
All right.